Kamala elected. How did that work out? Jerome Too Late Powell should also be put out to pasture. Thank you for your attention to this matter. And we do have that photo there on your screen of McIntyre here. I did want to just share with you a little bit more about this right now. Friday's jobs report showed that 73,000 jobs were added last month and that 258,000 fewer jobs were created May and June than previously estimated. The Labor Department's closely watched employment report on Friday today also showed the unemployment rate rose to 4.2% last month as household employment declined. Labor market resilience has shored up the economy ahead headwinds from President Trump's trade and immigration policy. So again, just wanted to pop this up on your screen one last time here from President Trump. We will continue to follow this developing story.
It's going down, baby.
This is the quickest.
It's going down. All over town. Hold on. Let me see what this Smithsonian removes Trump impeachment from. What?
We're learning some new details today after the Smithsonian Institution decided to remove references to President Donald Trump's 2 impeachments from an exhibit on the American presidency. This is the National Museum of American History that we're talking about here in Washington, D.C.
How y'all gonna erase history? They rewriting history, y'all.
Removal from the exhibit. It still includes information about the impeachments of Presidents Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton, and the impeachment process against President Richard Nixon, who resigned from office before he was formally impeached. Let's get the latest from CNN.
How they go remove it as if it never happened?
Executive order back in March that targeted the Smithsonian. Do we know exactly why they took these steps?
Oh, wow.
Well, like a lot of this, do you know exactly why? No, because nobody's going to come out and say we did it because of this, right? What they say is that this is part of a remaking of the exhibit. Their statement was the board, that thing you were just looking at a minute ago with the 2 red boxes on the bottom were the
nasty work. He don't want any signs of failure
to address current events at the time. However, the label remained in place until July 2025. A large permanent gallery like the American presidency that opened in 2000 requires significant amount of time and funding to update and renew. A future and updated exhibit will include all impeachments. Okay, so well enough. The question is, how long does that take? Do they get around to that? Will we hear 18 months from now that the new exhibit is open and it features 2 impeachments against Donald Trump? Or will it somehow not happen until his term is over? The White House response to this is, we are fully supportive of updating displays to highlight American greatness. The Trump administration will continue working to ensure that the Smithsonian removes all improper ideology and once again it unites and instills pride in Americans. You know, what's interesting about that, when you say that, is back in March, the executive order he signed really went after this idea of the Smithsonian in particular. You need to not be putting history out there that we consider improper ideology. Well, bear in mind, Donald Trump has said all along his impeachments were frauds, that they were witch hunts, that it was all unfair. So it's easy to see the jump there to say, well, you can't have anything about that because those weren't real. We don't like those.
We don't like those.
Openly, except critics of the Trump administration? No, the White House is saying.
Whoever thought it was good, especially the African American people who voted for him.
Kind of unupdating. I mean, people can say what they wish, but we can also see what we see.
Yeah. So this executive order, when it comes to the Smithsonian, this is just one of the efforts that we've seen from this president, from this administration, to target some institutions that generally a president leaves alone.
Yeah, generally you let the Smithsonian run the Smithsonian. In this case, he's put J.D. Vance in position to have a say over that. He's tried to get the Washington Commanders football team to go back to their previous name of the Redskins, saying, oh, that should absolutely be done. They're talking about renaming part of the Kennedy Center for the Trump family. And of course, the law firms he's gone after, the universities he's gone after. Yeah, this president, more than any president in my lifetime, more than any modern president, is sticking his fingers into a lot of places, including private companies, and saying, you have to do it my way. The question is, will that stick? Will it hold up? And what?
Yeah, this is crazy.
Tom Foreman, appreciate the reporting.
Rewriting history, the Washington Post reports the Smithsonian removed references to President Trump's 2 impeachments from an exhibit. Now, according